All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, giving all praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Yahweh Shema Shai Barakathum, to the house of David, which consists of the hopefully elect. You see, and at the end of the day, this message, this gospel, this good news, at the end of the day, it's only for the elect. It's only written for the elect. All right, because as the scriptures talk about how, hey, you know, the Lord, if he didn't leave behind a remnant, then all Israel, we'd all be like Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, you see, because hey, 2/3 of our people, man, they're not going to get it. All right, they're not going to get it. You know, the scriptures talk about how they're only going to wax worse and worse. They're only going to get more and more wicked, more and more evil. And you see today, you see, and the scriptures go as far as to say, hey, our people are more wicked than the wicked. All right, talking about Esau, Edom, the border of wickedness. All right, our people have surpassed the deeds of the wicked. So you see, at the end of the day, the only option for 2/3 of our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, is death. All right, that's the only option. That's the only remedy. You see, and we're coming into the time, the worst time in history. All right, to where Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to be opening up judgment. All right, which is specifically for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. All right. Hence the name Jacob's trouble. All right. Hey, Jacob, which is the progenitor of the 12 tribes. Again, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Jacob, you Jakes, are in trouble. You see? Because, hey, the Lord, he's a long-suffering power. All right. He gives you more than enough time to get right before he sends the destruction. And in this day and lifetime that we're living in now, you see, this truth start with our apostles and elders and their elders. This truth has been going out since the 50s, the 60s. So there's no excuse why our people, you know, there's no excuse at this point. And you see, the long suffering, the patience of Yahweh Shema Shai is coming to an end. You see, so we're coming into the time where, hey, this earth, and even more so here in America, they're about to experience a level of wrath that has never been since the earth was created. Because the Lord is pissed off. The Lord is pissed off, man. You know, hey, through the Spirit, man, I'll say like 90% of the time I come out here, you know, I want to go through certain breakdowns or whatever the case may be. You know, I have different topics on mine. But 90% of the time, hey, the Spirit has it on me to where, hey, you know, pretty much getting on the destruction, and even more so, the destruction of your Israelites. You know, every time I come out here, for the most part, man, it's just like the Spirit's on me to get into the destruction, the death, the destruction that's getting ready to take place. You know? And by the way, today is March 3rd, the year 2022. The year that the Lord is definitely turning up. You know, been saying it. I feel it in my spirit. I know brothers feels it in their spirit. All right? Hey, the Lord is about to activate out here, man. He's about to activate these spirits. You know? Judgment is about to be poured out like rushing waters. So I'm going to get this real quick. Because contrary to popular belief, everyone thinks that, or everyone's crying and praying for peace, right? Love, everyone come together. We're not in a time of peace. We're not in a time of love. All right? There's a time and season for everything. And right now we're in a time of war. All right? There's a time for peace and there's a time for war. We're in the time of war. All right? There's a time to love and there's a time to hate. Well, hey, we're in a time of seeing the downfall and the destruction, because again, how much longer is the wickedness of this wicked kingdom, man? Babylon the Great. How much more? You know, it's just like how much more is the Lord gonna stand by and tolerate? You know, so we're not in the time of coming together, singing kumbayas. You know, again, we're in a time of war, and Yahweh Shema Shai, because again, contrary to popular belief, there's no such thing as free will. All right, we're all being mind controlled. We're all being mind controlled. All right? And Yahweh Shema Shai is stirring the minds of these different leaders and gearing them towards World War III. You see? World War III, where the nations are going to get their judgment, as well as 2/3 of you Israelites, man. Because a lot of you Israelites, you know, because of the lack of faith that you possess, a lot of you Israelites, you know, you want to make something of yourselves. You want to, better your situation or whatever the case may be. And as I always say, hey, America was never set up for that. So a lot of you jakes join the military, thinking that you're doing something, fighting for this country, when you're really fighting to protect the interests of these wicked elites. All right, you're doing their bidding. But yeah, you jakes, man, you join the military and you're proud, thinking that you're doing something. And now, the talks of this draft for women, right? You had the video of a woman. She's basically crying. She's basically crying because she's scared because she might have to go out there to war. Well, hey, that's what you women wanted. You wanted equal rights, right? You women wanted equal rights. Well, hey, that comes with an equal left too, and an uppercut with it. You see? And now that you're coming to find out that you're not equal to a man, right? You can't do the things that the men can do. Now you wanna make jokes about being in the kitchen. You belong in the house. You wanna be housewives. Nah, man. Hey, as we've been saying for a long time, keep that same energy, keep that same attitude. Keep that same attitude because, hey, don't expect no sympathy from us, right? And the spirit already has it to, hey, even 2/3, man, they're for the most part, a lot of these 2/3, these wicked niggas, man, they're tired of you women, man. And you're wondering why you're left without a lover, you're left by yourself. A lot of you are lonely, wondering why you can't keep a relationship, right? Wondering why your relationship is not where it's supposed to be. Because, hey, man, Yahweh Shema Shai created you women to serve the man. They talk about happy wife, happy life. No, man. Because no matter, I always say this. You can give a woman the earth, literally the earth, Mars, Pluto, and the sun. That still won't be enough. That still won't be enough for you women. You're never satisfied. All right? So the best thing for you to do is to submit to your husbands if you have one. If you don't have one, pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that he gives you one. You see? Because again, to show how you women, you don't know what you want. Hey, you sleep with all these different dudes, hopping around from rod to rod, right? And this is why in the ancient world, this is why there's an order to things. Because the scriptures say the woman, she's deprived of wisdom. So again, you women, for the most part, you don't know what you want. This is why, again, it's just best if you come up under the order of a man. And that's how it was set up by default. Anyways. Because if you have a man, an Israelite man at that, a lot of you women like to, talk shit and shame men, right? Because you don't know how to, keep a man. You don't know how to do your part. You don't know how to fulfill your role, but you want to shame the men. A lot of these relationships that don't work out, 98% of the time is because of you women, but you don't want to acknowledge that. You see? But this is why this place has to get humbled. This is why order it has to be reestablished on this earth. And just speaking on you 2/3 in general, man, you niggas gotta go. Because we're tired of suffering you niggas, man. We're tired of suffering you jakes. I'm tired of dealing with 2/3 jakes, man. Tired of dealing with these jakes. But hey, I'm gonna get this. And Matthew chapter 12 verse 45. Matthew 12 and 45. Then goeth, matter of fact, because that's not what I wanted, but this is good nevertheless. Yeah, Matthew chapter 12 verse 45, it says, Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. You see, because, hey, this is why it's important for us to stay on point. You know, I watched a few videos about the elder apostle Yawakal, man. You know, and he brought out a beautiful point. Because, hey, you know, staying in tune spiritually, whether that means coming out here on the highways and byways, uploading the videos, watching videos, you know, just staying in tune with the spirit as much as possible. Because, hey, it's easy to go off. It's easy to, you know, it's easy to fade away into the abyss. It's easy to lose track, man. It's easy to fall off the tracks, man. It's easy. You know? It tells you in the Apocrypha about basically what you do in your leisure time, man. It's important what you do in your leisure time. Now, that's not to say that, you know, we're supposed to be studying and, you know, all, you know, 24 hours of the day and whatnot, but, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a, you know, downtime or whatnot. Maybe watch some games or whatever the case may be. Spend time with the family. There's nothing wrong with that. Because, you know, one thing about being in this truth, we have to have balance. You see, because, hey, this spirit, man, this flesh, man, this flesh one is a joke. All right? And part of why we need deliverance so much is because, hey, this flesh is constantly working against us. This flesh is working against us. You see, they say that the hardest battle that you're gonna fight is the fight between you and yourself, and that's true. Because, hey, the flesh is contrary to what the spirit. The flesh is contrary to the spirit, to what the spirit wants. Because we want to do the right thing. We want to serve Yahweh Shema Shai, but we can't. And see, this is why we need salvation. This is why we need deliverance. Because when we're changed in the twinkling of an eye, and we get those perfected bodies, right? And the laws are put in us, in our inward parts, all right, to these Israelites that think that we're in the new covenant. We're not in the new covenant as of yet. Because we're still going off. We're still sinning. We're still in these weak bodies, man. You know, we need salvation. We need deliverance. And going back to, like I said, you know, it's important for us to stay in tune spiritually because, like I said, it's easy to go off. It's easy to fall off the tracks. You know? And hey, prophecy speaking, all right? Yahweh Shema Shai, he's mingling that perverse spirit, man. Things are happening on the earth. You know? Things are happening on the earth. And you see, to these people, they don't know what's going on and they don't know what's going to happen. But hey, to us, hey, we're rejoicing because we know that we know the end game. We know the end result. All right? You see, the prophets, the men of the Lord, they have the answers. You see, World War III is going to pop off. It will go nuclear, eventually. Now, it's not going to start with Russia. It's not going to start with Russia and the Ukraine, you know. But Russia is going to be a major tool. Russia is going to be a major factor in America's downfall. Russia is going to be a major factor in the obliteration of America. You see? So going back to what I said, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's stirring the minds of these different leaders, man, and gearing them towards war. He's leading them towards this World War III. Because when you read in Ezekiel 38 chapter, it talks about how, hey, he's going to put that evil thought into them Russians, man. You see? And hey, this guy, Vladimir Putin, man, he's not playing no games. All right? This man is shooting rockets into you know, civilian residences and whatnot, man. This man's not playing no games. You see, so he's stirring up those evil thoughts, man. This guy's not playing no games. But you see, we see things like this. Like I said, it makes us rejoice. The whole world is, oh, we need peace. You know, the whole world is crying and sighing, but for all the wrong reasons. You see? Like I said, we're not in a time of peace, man. We're in a time of war. Hey, Esau, he's getting ready to come against you Israelites. Esau's at war with you Israelites, you Jakes. You see? But Jake, man, all they want to do is party and bullshit. All they want to do is smoke weed, drink, party all night. That's all Jake wants to do. And just to show you how these are the same 2/3 wicked niggas from hey, all the way back from ancient Egypt. right? Because let me get that in Exodus. These are the same wicked 2/3. All Jake wants to do is play games. And you see Yahweh Shema Shai, he's not one to play games with, man. The Lord's not one to be played with. You see, like I said, we're in a time of war. It's strictly business right now. Alright? All that play shit comes later. You see? Our rest is going to come later, man. We got work to do right now. But Jake is playing games. And this is why Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, some serious judgments are in set for this place. Serious judgments are in store for this place. And more specifically, to you Israelites. Because that's the focus. Israel. Alright? Exodus chapter 32. I'll start at verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, because that's another thing about our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. Alright? They're impatient. Our people are impatient. And this is why, hey, a lot of Israelites fall out the truth because, hey, the kingdom doesn't come, and when they want it to come. They count the Lord's promise, they count his word for slack, roughly paraphrasing it. They think that the Lord is they think that the Lord is not a man of his word, man. He's not a power of his word. But again, hey, the Lord doesn't operate on our time. We operate on his time. But again, Jake, they're impatient. You see, because again, when Moses went up to the Mount Sinai, right? Exodus 32:1, and when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron, and it said unto him, make us gods, which shall go before us. But as for this Moses, the man that brought us out of the land of Egypt, we would not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives and of your sons and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. So right away, all right, because this wasn't long after the Lord delivered our people. All right, this wasn't long after the deliverance of ancient Egypt. You see, and this is why, hey, because back in ancient Egypt, hey, all Israel got saved, even 2/3. But you see, this go around, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's not delivering 2/3. All right, because hey, our people are ungrateful. That's another thing with our people; they're ungrateful. You see, because not soon after the deliverance of ancient Egypt, hey, our people, they were complaining, they were reminiscing what they had back in ancient Egypt, right? Even though the Lord took care of, he took care of us, man. But our people, they were ungrateful, making excuses, right? Like I said, this is why 2/3 this time they're not getting delivered. That's why I said in the beginning, only the elect, man. It's all about the remnant. The Lord is only dealing with the remnant. All Israel's not getting saved this go round. Exodus 32:5. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow, because again, by this time Moses, he was still, the Lord was still dealing with Moses, right? It says, and they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. So that's all Jake wants to do. All Jake wants to do is play, man. Smoke weed, drink. That's all Jake wants to do. Jake plays too much. And again, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's not one to be played with. This is serious business, man. This is deadly serious. This is a matter of life and death. Hey, brothers are laboring so diligently for no reason. You see, because hey, we believe in the things that the Lord said was going to happen. We believe in these things. Pertaining to the serious judgments that are going to take place, we believe that these things are going to happen. So again, this is why, hey, brothers is laboring so much, so diligently, Because we don't want to get caught up in the judgments that these people are going to get caught up in. We don't want to get condemned with these people, man. We catch enough hell as it is. And that's why the scriptures talk about not to worry about the ungodly and how they should perish. Because these people are going to die horrible deaths. We don't want to partake in their judgment. Like I said, we catch enough hell as it is. You see, but Jake, this is why they have to learn the hard way. Through death by pain. Jacob's going to die very horrible deaths. And that's what's getting ready to happen. Again, like I said, this earth, and even more so here, America is getting ready to witness a level of wrath that has never been since the earth was created. We are coming into the worst time in history. But here it is, our people are asleep, but they're being rocked back to sleep because now they're lifting up the mask mandates, right? You know, all of a sudden, right? You know, all of a sudden, we don't hear too much about this. we don't hear too much talk about this, you know, crisis, the C-19. All of a sudden, it says, you know, for the most part, it just disappeared, you know. But hey, well, again, if you're spiritual, hey, you understand how, because pretty much what they thought they were going to accomplish with that, it didn't necessarily work out to how they thought it would. So now they need to come up with a new crisis. They need to come up with a new crisis, a new excuse to bring chaos so they can justify them and bring it into order. Right? And what has been in the talks as of lately? Them cyber attacks. Cyber attacks, man. You see? And hey, a couple of years ago, hey, this guy Klaus Schwab, the founder of the Economic Forum, right? Hey, he's been telling you that, hey, a cyber attack, man, a cyber attack, hey, it's going to make this whole C-19 thing look like a small disturbance. You see? So, hey, you know, because it's not like they've been telling you. See, it's one thing, you don't want to take it from us, because that's one thing about our people. They don't want to take, you know, they don't want to take heed from the prophets because, hey, you know, we look just like them. We are Jakes, you know, we are our people. But that's one thing. But hey, you got Esau, the so-called white man, is telling you the same things that we're telling you. Because hey, even Esau knows that you Jakes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, even Esau knows that you people are hard-headed. You ain't gonna listen. Even though he pushes shit right in your face, he tells you what he's gonna do. Right? He tells you what he's gonna do. You see? But again, Jake, they're only gonna wax worse and worse and worse. This is why the only option, the only remedy is death. And very soon, we're gonna see mass death on again, hey, bodies from one end of the earth to the other. Alright? It's about to be a horror movie out here, man. like I said, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's getting ready to activate them spirits created for vengeance. You know, I saw that movie on Netflix, the Texas Chainsaw, the new one on Netflix. Hey, that shit was badass. You see, that shit was badass, man. I might watch it again. That dude wasn't playing no games, man. He wasn't playing no games. You see? And you gotta ask the question, hey, you know, because these dudes, they get shot up, right? Drowned, whatever the case may be, but they always seem to come back. And you always gotta, they never seem to die. Like the movie Halloween, you know? People didn't like it, but hey, I thought it was badass, man. Spiritual. Because again, hey, you know, these dudes, man, Jason X, right? You know, Chucky, right? You know, these dudes are always getting chopped up, shot up, put on fire, blown up, but they always seem to come back. You gotta ask the question, why is that? Because, hey, these are spirits created for vengeance, and very soon, hey, like I said, the Lord's gonna be activating these spirits. Right? The Lord's gonna be activating these spirits, man. Right? Very soon, man, it's gonna be, the new normal is gonna be seeing demons walking up and down the streets killing people. That's going to be the new normal. You see, hey, how about Shema Shai? You people think that you're untouchable. You people think that, you know, you can't be touched, right? Hey, the Lord knows your fears, man. Even, the Lord can bring fears on you that you didn't even know you had, man. He can bring phobias you didn't even know you had. You see? That's why, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's getting ready to open the fourth dimension, man. He's getting ready to teach you people a hard lesson. But again, you janks, you don't want to get right. All you want to do is play games. You know? So going back to Matthew chapter 12. Matthew chapter 12, verse 45 again. Then goeth he and taketh with himself several other spirits, more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. So like I was saying before, that's why it's important for us to stay in tune as much as we can pertaining, to the spirit, man. Staying connected to the spirit as much as we can, because, hey, it's easy to go off, man. It's easy to lose track. It's easy to fall off the tracks. And this is why Yahweh Shema Shai said he was going to shorten the days up, right? This is why it seems like time is going by quick, right? Well, that's not a coincidence. Yahweh Shema Shai is speeding the days up, all right? Because, hey, as the scriptures say, if it were possible, even the elect would be deceived. You see? And if the Lord were to keep us here another amount of years, then, hey, we'd all be consumed with wickedness, man. We'd all be through. So this is why the Lord has to speed the days up, man. We have to get the hell up out of here. But it says, in the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation. So you see, like the example, or like I said before, hey, the same wicked 2/3 back in ancient Egypt, right? They were the same wicked 2/3 during the time of Yahushai, right? Where you had John curse out a whole generation. he cursed out a whole generation, man. It was those same wicked 2/3. Well, hey, they're back today. You see, and it's like how much more beatings does the Lord have to do? Because the Lord's only going to talk but so much more. I mean, he's only going to talk but so much longer. You see? So the hell with this wicked generation. All right? Well, I'm going to read this in Matthew chapter 16. Matter of fact, I start at verse 1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. And that's another thing. You see, Jake, they want physical proof. You see, this thing is based off faith. And again, we know those wicked Israelites are back today because, hey, you got Israelites that make fun of us. They call us faith-based Israelites, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. That's what the Lord requires. He requires our faith. Believing in what we can't see. Right? But Jake, they want physical proof. As if the Lord is not working on the earth as it is, man. As if the Lord is not causing things to happen on the earth as it is, man. But that's not good enough for Jake. They want the angel to come out. They want the angel to come out in his full glory and appear in the heavens. And that probably still won't be enough for Jake. You see? So nothing's good enough for Jake. Again, the same ungrateful 2/3 back then, they're back today. All right? Because, hey, the Lord, he's been working a miracle in our day, man. All right? The signs are there. The tall tale signs are there. It's just a matter of, do you have the spiritual eyes to see? It says, he answered and said unto them, when it is even, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather. Today, for the sky is red and lowering. So you see, you go outside, right? The skies look dark, cloudy, right? You got gray skies, right? Gray clouds, dark and gloomy. You can pretty much, for the most part, predict that it's going to rain. It's going to be a rainy day, right? Whatever the case may be. You see, you can discern that but you can't discern the times that we're living in. And that's why when you read on, it says, "Oh, you hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?" So you see, you can discern the signs in the skies, but you can't tell the times that we're living in, man. You can't tell that we're living in the end. You can't tell that Yahushua is getting ready to make his return. You can't tell that all hell's getting ready to break loose. You can't tell these things. Again, the tall tale signs, right? These things are obvious. Again, it's pure. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get that. That is what is that, Titus? Titus chapter 1. Titus chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure. Alright, so to the hopefully elect, these things are crystal clear to the hopefully elect. You know? It makes all the sense to us. It says, "But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled." You see, because the scriptures talk about how, the Lord, he would send them over to their vain imaginations, man. He would send them a strong delusion. Because in reality, 2/3, man, they don't want to come back, man. They don't want to. 2/3, man, they want to stay here. Because again, they lack that vision, they lack that faith, right? Not knowing and understanding. There's so much more to it than this. There's so much more to it than this, man. You see? But it takes a special spirit to be able to see these things, man. Now people, they just don't got it. They just don't have that special gift, because faith is a gift from the throne, man. Faith is a gift directly from Yahweh Shai. You see? And the Lord is picky with who he decides to just, give he's picky with who he decides to give this precious gift of faith to. You see? You got people, they think that the Lord is all love, man. No, man, the Lord he has favorites. He shows favoritism. Alright? You see? The Lord is he's very picky, like I said, he's very picky with who he decides to give this precious gift of faith to. You see? So contrary to what these people believe, man, everything that you've been taught about who you call Jesus, alright? That's not, it doesn't line up with the scriptures. Alright? It doesn't line up with the scriptures. You see, man? Because, one of the biggest things that these fake and phony Christians like to argue is that who they call Jesus died for everyone, right? When the scriptures clearly tell you that who they call Jesus, he died only for the nation of Israel. He only died for the nation of Israel. But even with that being said, more so, he really only died for the elect. Because 2/3, alright, when it's all said and done, Yahushua's blood's not going to cover this 2/3, man. 2/3, they're not going to be covered. You see? So hell, Yahushua, he didn't even die for all Israel. Let alone for everyone else. Not granted, because 2/3, they are going to come back in their right mind in the kingdom. But again, on this side, hey, 2/3 they gotta go. You know, you got an Edomite taking pictures, right? Thinking that he's doing something. But little does he know the angels are taking his picture. The angels are taking his snapshot. You see, because Esau, the so-called white man, knows that he's losing. He's losing his kingdom. He's losing his power. He knows it. You see? I wouldn't be surprised if they, if he takes his picture to town hall or whatever, makes some false accusation, because he is known as the accuser of our brethren. All right? As a matter of fact, I believe the Apostle Tahar broke this down, going into the word Satan, which goes back to the word adversary. But I believe he broke, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he broke it down. It actually breaks down to accuser, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Because that's what Esau is. He's an accuser of the brethren. You see? But that's all right. This is why, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to settle the score. As I said before, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to do all the heavy lifting. All we got to do is teach. Fairly simple. All we got to do is teach our people. That's all we got to do. Yahweh Shai, he's going to do all the heavy lifting. And that's going to take place when he Christ him clouds, man, and he starts getting busy out here. Because again, contrary to what these people think, the Lord is not coming back to give hugs and kisses to everyone. When Yahweh Shai makes his second return, he's coming to kill a lot of people, man. He's coming to kill a lot of people. You see, there's no coincidence. All these people have been brought back on the earth. It's because to receive their judgment. You see, it's to receive of their judgment. So contrary to what these people believe, Yahweh Shai is not coming to give hugs and kisses, except for more so to the elect. But that comes after the destruction. You see, all the love of game, that comes after the destruction. You see, Yahweh Shai has a bone to pick with you people, with America, all right, with the wicked rulership. Yahweh Shai has a bone to pick. And this is something that he's been meditating on for over 2,000 years. Yahweh Shai can't wait to come back to jack this place up, man. You see? And you question why things are happening on earth. The things that are happening on earth are happening. Well, like I read here, I'm going to read it again. Titus chapter 1, verse 15 again. Unto the pure, all things are pure. Because again, at the end of the day, only the elect were set up to receive this word. Only the elect were meant to get it. So it's clear to us. It's clear as day to us. It's crystal clear that Yahweh Shai is pissed off. It's clear to us that Yahweh Shai's, all hell's getting ready to break loose. It's clear to us. It's crystal clear to us. Damn, time goes by quick, man. Call on Yahweh Shema Shai. But it's clear to us. Right? It says, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. You see? That's why, like I said before, ultimately it comes down to faith, man. Jake, they want physical proof. And the proof that the Lord does give them, that's not enough. Because you see, like I said, Jake, they're ungrateful. And that's why, because if you think that you're on the level to deal with the Most High directly, you're sadly mistaken. Hell, we're not even on the level to deal with Yahweh Shai. Because that's what Jake wants. They want to deal with the Heavenly Father directly. They want to see the Heavenly Father directly. They want that physical proof, just like in ancient Egypt. Hey, what did they say? We want a physical king. Right? Well, I don't think that was ancient Egypt. I think that was after Egypt, but nevertheless, Jake, they wanted a physical king. Right? One that they could see and touch. Because, 2/3 of our people, they're faithless people. They have to have that physical proof. Well, this thing is based off faith. Like I said, brothers aren't out here on the highways and byways week in and week out for no reason. Because, believe it or not, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, the works that we conduct, man, it may, seem foolish to these people, but it's a very honorable act in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You see, because we're not trying to please these people, man. The only thing that we got to prove to, the only person that we've got to prove to is Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, we're trying to work out our own salvation, man. We're trying to get on the Lord's good graces before he opens up judgment, before he jacks this place up. So you see, at the end of it, the hell with these people and what they think. Because, like I said, we look like idiots, and that's okay. Because they're not going to be saying that when the lights go out on America. They're not going to say. They're not going to be saying these things when the plug is pulled on Babylon. All right, and when it goes dark out here, hey, that's when these people are going to be trying to come and find us and look for us, trying to figure out what's going on. Because hey, like I said, hey, in that day, when everyone's trying to figure out what the hell is going on, hey, we're going to have the answers. So when all hell breaks loose and everyone's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, hey, we're going to be stable. We're going to be straight. It's so much that, hey, you know, the scripture said when everyone else is crying and mourning or whatnot, hey, we're going to be laughing at these people. Because the same way they laugh at us, hey, we're going to be laughing at them. And you see, hey, that's the righteousness of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. You talk about reparations. You see, this is why the Lord said not to basically take vengeance into your own hands. The Lord's going to take care of all that. You see? Hey, for brothers, man, our time is coming. Our time is coming, man. We've got nothing to worry about. The elect are going to be taken care of, man. The elect are going to be taken care of. Hey, fame is coming to the elect men. Our respect is coming. You know? But hey, you know, the Lord, he wants to see how we deal being in this state of humility, right? You know? So that, hey, when the glory comes, when the fame comes, when the spiritual power comes, hey, we're not going to be puffed up. All right? We're not going to be proud, man. You know? Because, hey, in that day, all things, because, hey, you know, when all hell breaks loose and, you know, Lord's will, we get that spiritual power, it's not to glorify ourselves in any way. You know? Whatever brothers do, hey, whatever takes place in that day, whatever transpires in that day, brothers, the real saints are going to give glory to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. Glorifying, uplifting Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. You see? And that's what we're doing now, man. We're ushering in the true Messiah, not what this world teaches, right? You know? Because like I said, hey, who they call Jesus, all right? That doesn't line up with the scriptures. That's not the Messiah of the scriptures. You see? Let me get this real quick. I'm gonna get this real quick in Second Corinthians chapter 11. I'll start at verse 1. What to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach. You see, and hey, because it said, I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. You see, hey, this is why a lot of us don't even like using that J name, man. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Because we're espoused to one husband. All right? We're supposed to be with one husband, man. And it's not who they call Jesus. That's Cesar Borgia, man. All right? You see this? Hey, you know, some people, they take it for aggression. But hey, we're passionate about this. You know? We're passionate about this. This is serious to us. You know? You know? Hey, man. Hey, man. You know, Lord's will, because, hey, I have the spirit of, hey, I wanted to die for this, man. I wanted to die for Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Now, I see you just said the done. Like I said, that's why I said Lord's will, but, hey, you know, at the end of it, I wanted to die for this, man. You know? Because it's that serious, man. That's, like I said, we're passionate about this, man. We're passionate. But it says, verse 3, but I fear, lest by any means, as a serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. That's why I said, hey, that's why it's important to be spiritually in tune as much as possible, because it's easier to go off into these other philosophies, dip and dabble in these other philosophies, right? You get caught up in these things, man, and hey, you know, a lot of cases, hey, Jake, they want to get all deep, right? They want to get all deep, and they end up going too far to the pit to the point where there's no return. They can't come out. You see? When this thing is simple, as it said, the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. This thing is simple, man. You know, the things that is too hard for you to obtain, right? Hey, don't worry about that right now, man. You see, we're gonna get all the when it comes to the manna, right? The deep mysteries and understandings. We're gonna get all that in a different time. This isn't, you know, all we need right now is things pertaining to salvation. That's all we need, right? Because again, you got Jake's talking about the book of Jubilee and the book of Jasher, right? Which that information exists. We just don't have access to it right now because, again, it doesn't pertain to salvation. But Jake, they want to be all deep, right? They want to put themselves on a level, right? You know? And again, that's not what this is about. We're just focused on, or we should be focused on, just getting the hell up out of here, man. You see? And that's what all the Bible, that's what it's for. It's pertaining to our salvation. How, you know, how to what's that? Yes, I am. But all we need is things pertaining to salvation. That's what the Bible is written for. That's what it's set up for. There's a saying in the world, the acronym for Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth, right? You know, all we need is the information pertaining to salvation. That's all we need. So Jake, hey, you know, Jake trying to get all deep. You know, this is why Jake gets all bugged out, right? But again, verse 3, it says, "But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve, through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach." Verse 4 is the point. It says, I'm going to read it verbatim. "For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him." You see, because, hey, again, you know, who they call Jesus, that comes with a whole different spirit, a whole different vibration, a whole different doctrine. All right? And again, who they call Jesus, right? Salvation is for everyone. Jesus loves everyone. He died for everyone. That doesn't line up with the script, with the true doctrine. And you see, this is what the men of the Lord were set up for, to tear down the strongholds of this serpent, the same spirit that's in Esau today. This is that same spirit that was in that within that serpent back in the garden. All right? You see, man? So that whole, you know, Jesus nonsense, hey, that comes, like I said, it comes with a different doctrine, a different vibration. All right? You know? You see, man? So, hey, you know, this is why. Focus on what matters, man. The hell with everything else, all right? Like the scriptures talk about not forgetting thy first love. Hey, you know, we gotta be zealous for this, man. We gotta be on fire for this, man. Because, hey, like I said, it's easier for that fire to be quenched. You know, hey, the Lord, hey, man, he'll take his spirit from you, man. See it all the time. If you're seasoned, hey, you see it all the time. You know, hey, a lot of us, we seen prominent guys come and go. It happens all the time. Especially now that we're coming into the time of the Passover, man. We're coming into the Passover. Hey, you know, expect some things to go down, man. A lot of spiritual things go down during the Passover, man. You know, and hey, it's said every year, but hey, how about Shema Shabbat Tazah? This is truly the last Passover. All right, and all hell breaks loose out here. All right, because they are coming with martial law. They are going to shut this place back down. Something's going to happen to where, you know, something's going to happen to where they shut this place back down. All right, you see. And this time, this go around, it's not going to be like the first time where, you know, they you know, eased up, you know, they eased up on the restrictions and things like, no, man. All right, the time is going to come when they shut things down. That's it. All right, that's it. Matter of fact, probably should have moved it over here Just trying to get away from this glare. All right, and that's the spirit. Hey, Lord's will. The light shining on me, right? I just say that. I'm not trying to give myself any glory or anything. But hey, you got to look at everything spiritually, But so I read 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 4. Going back to Matthew chapter 16 and verse 4. Matter of fact, verse 2, Matthew 16, I'm sorry. Yeah, verse 4. Matthew 16 and 4. So again, because Jay, they want they want those signs, right? They want the physical proof for the tall tale signs are there, man. But hey, again, it's not made for all you Israelites to receive this. It's only for a select few. So again, in verse 3, Matthew 16 and 3, is why, they were called hypocrites, man. Because again, the tall tale signs are there. So verse 4, Matthew 16 and 4, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto you. Matthew 16 and 4. I don't know if you heard that, but I don't know if the car that got hit, someone got hit, but judgment. You see, this is what we're being built up for, man. We're being built up. All right? Because, listen, when all hell breaks loose out here, there has to be a special spirit on you to be able to withstand. There has to be a special spirit on you to not bug out like these people, man. Because, when it gets bad out here, these people, they're going to be losing their shit. They're going to be losing their wits, man. These people are going to be going crazy. But again, the men of the Lord, they're going to be straight. Their head is going to be on our shoulders. Because again, we've been built up for this, man. If anything, we're ready for this. We're ready for this shit to start cracking out here, man. We're ready for shit to start popping off out here. We can't wait to start seeing people get judged, man. Because man, you people, man, you again, man, you're proud, man. You're just proud as all hell. And this is what the Lord, He's coming to bring down the loftiness, man, the haughtiness of the proud. He's coming to bring down that proud look, because the only one that has rights to be proud is Yawakal Shai. He's the only one that can claim rights to being proud, because he created everything. All right, he is. All right, he exists, man. All right, he's the only one that can claim rights to being proud, man. Rightfully so. So back in Matthew chapter 16 and verse 4 again. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto you. There shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. You see, man? So a wicked and adulterous generation. Because again, the same wicked 2/3 back in ancient Egypt, they came back during the time of Yahushua, and they're back again today. All right. Matter of fact, Bear with me real quick. Matthew. Matthew chapter 27. Matthew chapter 27. Just to show you how wicked the 2/3 of our people are. Matthew chapter 27. The point is in verse 25, but again, just to show you how wicked our people are. Because like I said, they surpassed the deeds of the wicked. Our people are more wicked than the wicked. You know, Esau be looking at our people like, damn, I thought we were the wicked, but look at these niggas. Right? Matthew chapter 27, I'll start at verse 11. And Yahushua stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, Art thou the king of the Jews? Yahushua said unto him, Thou sayest. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Now at that feast, the governor was wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would. And they had then a notable prisoner called Barnabas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, Whom will ye that I release unto you? Barnabas or Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? So Pilate gave the option to Jake, hey, we can let loose Barnabas or I can let loose Yahushua, right? Verse 18, it says, For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. Yeah, because, hey, a lot of people, man, they want that top spot, man. A lot of people, they want the top spot. A lot of Jake, they want the top spot. All right, but guaranteed, if you were put in Yahushua's shoes, you wouldn't be able to deal with what Yahushua had to deal with. You wouldn't be able to handle what Yahushua had to handle, man. You wouldn't be able to go through that lot, man. You wouldn't be able to drink of that cup. Now, we all drink of that cup, right? And it's bitter as hell, but hey, no one drank that cup more bitterly than Yahushua. No one caught more hell and suffering than Yahushua. You see? So a lot of you people want that top spot, but hey, truth be said, you won't be able to handle what Yahushua had to deal with, man. Verse 19, it says, When he was set down on the judgment seat, and you see, we get a small glimpse of that today because, hey, you got guys, they want to be on the level of the apostles, right? They want to be on the level of the apostles, man. And kind of the same thing with Yahushua, but on a lower level, right? Hey, if it came down to it, you won't be able to deal with what the apostles had to deal with, man. You won't be able to walk those shoes, so just endure your lot, man. Not everyone's going to be in that top spot. Hey, this is the thing of humility. What did King David say? I'd rather be a doorman or a doorkeeper in the kingdom rather than to be, in some position in the society, man. Roughly paraphrasing it, right? Because our goal, our hope at the end of the day is just to be of that number, man. We just want to be that. We want to be one of those pillars, man, in the kingdom. We want to be one of those pillars of rest in the kingdom. And whether that's the last man, the 144,000 man, hey, so be it. Your focus should just be getting in there, man. Just making it, man. A lot of guys, they want that vainglory, right? They want the top spot, man. They want to be in that position. They want to, that's not for everyone. That position is not for everyone. Because, a lot of guys, we see it. A lot of guys get high-minded, because they know a few scriptures. They, able to break down they're able to break down a few things. They think they know something, right? And these guys, they get high-minded. They get all puffed up, right? And that's not what this is about, man. You see, man? Hey, and these women, man, these women, hey, they sense that they sense the masculine energy. They sense this masculine energy. They sense the masculine energy amongst brothers, man. Like I said, it's a different vibration. It's a different spirit that comes off of the men of the Lord. And people in general can sense it. But nevertheless, Matthew 27, I'll read verse 18 again. For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. You see, because again, a lot of people, they're envious. They want to be the top guy. But it says, when he was sat down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, Have thou nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day, and dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barnabas and destroy Yahushua. So they'd rather, free Barnabas over Yahushua. All right, because again, our people, 2/3 are wicked. All right. It says, the governor answered and said unto them, Whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barnabas. Pilate saith unto them, What shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Hamashiach? They all say unto him, Let him be crucified. Yeah, because, Pilate was like, even Pilate, which was an Edomite, should get to show you how wicked our people are. Pilate being an Edomite, he didn't find no fault with this man. He didn't find no fault with Yahushua, right? Jake wanted Yahushua to be crucified, but here it is, Pilate is like, listen, man, I find no fault with this. I find no fault with this man. He says, y'all sure y'all want to put this man to death? Y'all sure y'all rather have this man be released rather than this man, right? It's like Pilate was trying to reason with them almost. It says when Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, like I said, Pilate, he was trying to reason with him. Like, listen, even his wife came to him like, I'm having dreams. Like, listen, there's no fault with this man. It says, but rather a tumult was made. He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of that just person. See ye do it. See, and just to show you how Esau, man, he's trying to basically take the blood off his hands. No, you're still guilty. You're still guilty. But again, just to show you how wicked our people are, again, Pilate being an Edomite, right? He was even trying to reason with our people, right? But what did it say? It said, but that rather a tumult was made. So it was a damn nearly uproar. It was a damn nearly a riot. Our people, they wanted Yahushua to be put to death. And here it is, you have Esau, the top enemy, the top adversary to our people, to our nation, the so-called white man, the top enemy to our nation, trying to reason with our people. Because even the Edomite the devil himself didn't find fault with our Lord. But that damn nearly caused a riot. Just to show you how wicked our people are. Just to show you how wicked our people are. Right? I'm going to read it out again. It says, but rather a tumult was made. He took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye do it. So like I said, because Esau, he tried to, but no, you're still guilty, man. You're still going to get judged. You're still going to get dealt with. Verse 25, then he answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. You see? And again, the whole point being that, the same wicked 2/3 back in the ancient Egypt, right? The same wicked 2/3 back during this time when Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, when he walked the earth, right? The same wicked 2/3, they're back today in their lot, being wicked 2/3. All right? Because believe it or not, contrary to what's taught in this society, there is a thing called reincarnation. All right? You see? Because, the scriptures talk about how we don't pay for the sins of our forefathers, right? But the scriptures also talk about how, and this is why you have to have the Spirit to deal with you, because a lot of things that the scriptures go into, it may sound controversy, right? But no, it's not. All right, because like I said, the scriptures talk about how we don't pay for the sins, we don't pay for the iniquities of our fathers. But there's other scriptures that talk about how the sins, the fathers paid. Let me see if I can find that. The fathers pay for their sins through their children. All right, because if we have ears to receive, we are our forefathers in the reincarnation. Contrary to what's taught in this society, there is a thing called reincarnation. We've been here plenty of times. There's no such thing as you only live once. We've been here plenty of times. We live multiple lives. All right. This is why people are confused. They'll ask questions like, well, because you have people born with certain defects. You have people born blind, people born deaf. Whatever the case may be, people born with disabilities, it's because they're paying for the sins that they committed in their past lives. Let me get that. And our forefathers understood the concept of reincarnation. That's why I'm going to read this here in St. John chapter 9. St. John chapter 9, starting at verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. All right? So a man, he was blind from his birth. Like I said, people are born with defects, all right? Because, again, there is a such thing as reincarnation, all right? And when people are born with defects, right, they're paying for the sins that they committed in their past lives. We're paying for sins that were committed in our past lives. Yahushua, even though he was perfect when he walked as Yahushua, nevertheless, when he was, because, again, Yahushua, he lived multiple lives. Who they call Jesus, the Messiah? He lived multiple lives, right? Yahushua, when he came and he was perfect, he didn't commit no sin when he was Yahushua. Nevertheless, he had to pay for the crime. He had to pay for the iniquities that he committed in his past life. All right. So St. John chapter 9 and verse 1. And as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? So again, our forefathers, they had knowledge. They knew and understood the concept of reincarnation. Because again, there's no such thing as you only live once. We live plenty of lives. We've been here more times than we can count. We've been here plenty of times. All right? So, again, verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahushua answered, Neither had this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the God should be made manifest in him. All right. So, the disciples asked Yahushua, who sinned, right? And it wasn't the fact that, anyone sinned, but this man was born blind just for the works of Yahweh Shema to be manifested. All right. But the point being that our forefathers, they understood the concept of reincarnation. All right. And not only does the Lord bring us back individually, he brings whole generations back. You see? Get that again. I'm going to read that again. Go back to that. Thing was act up now. Just bear with me real quick. That was Matthew 27. Matthew chapter 27. Verse 25 again. Then he answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. So you see, the offspring of these wicked individuals, they're back today. Because again, contrary to what's taught in this society, there is a thing called reincarnation. Like I said, we've been here plenty of times. We live multiple lives. We've been here plenty of times. All right? You see? And this is why I'm going to say this, because, hey, not only should we pray for the iniquities that we commit in this life, but get in the habit of praying for mercy for the iniquities that we committed in our past lives. Because, listen, I be meditating, man. I be meditating. And then I just be, man, it's like, man, not to say that, my situation is different from any other brothers, but I just be looking at my situation, man, the afflictions that I catch. I just be looking at, like, what the hell did I do in my past lives to deserve this shit? Because, hey, we deserve it. Whatever we go through, we do deserve it. We deserve it. But it's just like, damn, man, what the hell did I do? For us, as a nation of people, to be in this position that we're in today, it's like, what the hell did we do in our past lives, man, to be here? Because, hey, man, it's fucked up out here for our people, man. It's bad for our people. This is the lowest that we've ever been. This is the most abased that we've ever been. This is the most chastised we've ever been. So it's like, man, damn, what the hell did we do? But the scriptures talk about how, hey, we don't have no remembrance of, who we were in our past lives, because, hey, if we knew who we were and the acts that we committed, it will probably bug us out, man. The fact that we don't know who we were in our past lives, the Lord is probably doing us a favor because of how wicked we were, man. Because you got to think, hey, there's a time when, we were supposed to offer, we were offering up burnt offerings, right? But we became so wicked, hey, we were offering up our children, man. We were offering up our children, our own children. Alive, man. Heart still beating. Grabbing our kids, man. They're kicking and screaming. About to be put in that fire, man. This is what we were doing. So, hey, like I said, at the same time, it's like, what the hell did we do in our past lives? But at the same time, for us to be in this position that we're in today, and for us to catch the hell that we catch, hey, we deserve it. We deserve it.
Yeah, like this one I like. The one that goes up and
but this is like, damn, man. But nevertheless, hey, going back to, hey, the wicked 2/3, hey, they're back today, man. And you see, this is the last time to get it right. There's no coming back, right? There's no coming back. Again, 2/3, because again, how much longer does the Lord have to chastise you people? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. How much longer does the Lord have to chastise you? You see, the only option is, like I said, is death. That's the only remedy. You see? This is why, like I said, man, hey, now more than ever, we ought to be, hey, doing all that we can do to make our calling and election sure, because, hey, the Lord, the judgment is coming. And 2/3 of our people, they're gonna die very horrible deaths, man. Our people are gonna die very horrible deaths. Like I said, hey, I don't want to get condemned with these people, man. The hell with the 2/3. You see, you got Jake talking about we gotta save all Israel, all so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians. They don't want to be saved. Like I said before, they want to stay here. This is it for our people. This is it for our people. They don't want to go anywhere else. They don't want the kingdom. They think this is the kingdom. You see? So what the hell with them? Let them get left behind. Again, that's why the scriptures say not to worry about the ungodly. As I said in the beginning, hey, this is only for the elect. Only the elect are crying and sighing. Only the elect are seeking to get freed, man, from this captivity, from this hellhole. Only the elect. It's all about the elect. You see? It's all about the elect. Only the elect are going to get it. And that's who this message is for at the end of the day. All right? That's who the gospel is for at the end of the day. The elect. See? And hey, call on Yahweh Shema Shah because the elect are getting activated. How do we know that? Because prophecy is speaking. Prophecy is speaking, things are happening. Because before the destruction comes, the elect have to get sealed. Alright? The elect have to get sealed. You see? And Esau knows this time is coming, man. You know, a lot of Edomites, they come by, man. You know, hey, you know, because I'm like right at the, you know, the intersection and whatnot. You know, where you cross the street and whatnot. And hey, man, to you know, to press the button to get, you know, for the lights to turn green. Hey, Esau, man, they press that button hard, man. They move quick. You know, because, hey, Esau knows, man, their time is up. Esau knows their time is up. You know, they know they're coming to an end. You know, they know the time is coming to an end. You know, but, hey, that's why all these people are going to burn, man. The hell with them. All right? The hell with the ungodly. You see? The hell with the ungodly, man. We can't put up curses enough on this place. The hell with you people. Like I said, our time is coming. Our time is coming. We just got to sit back and hold on just a little bit longer. You know? Just a little bit longer. You know, man? But hey, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Once again, I hope and pray that this was edifying. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakatham, to the hopefully elect. Lord's willing, until next time, Shalom, Wa Bapa Ball.